I wasn't going to bring him up, but now you bring up the video game boss analogy. Does that mean the ultimate Ganon at the end of it's a guy called John Jones?
I wouldn't say ultimate, but he's definitely a boss on the game that I want to play against.
Fair play. With Rob, going back to Rob, because actually I remember you don't really like people.
Raider Stadium, Las Vegas. That's where it's going to happen. I decided when I was in July when I was in Vegas.
When?
Probably with the middleweight division. It's getting stacked. I like Cannonier right now. Costa I got to take care of, and a few others. I'm saying 2021.
Early?
I'm fighting. I don't know. Probably early, yeah. Because I mean, the way I fight, 6 fights in 18 months. I just had a long break. I beat this guy in the first, second round. Get another fight straight away. Get another 5 fights. It's harder when you become champion. You know, double interim champ. So much weight to move fast, and then yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Do you think he's the same fighter he was?
Nah. I saw him live. When you see someone live, you know, no, not the same.
Yeah. Also, I'm looking at Chris Weidman's record. He's 1-4 in his last 5 outings.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Win over Kelvin. Got a win over Kelvin. In his last fight, he lost to Jacare, lost to Gegard Mousasi, lost to Yoel Romero, lost to Luke Rockhold. And then the last win before that was May 23rd, 2015, Vitor Belfort. So, I mean, Weidman, you know, before it's, I mean, I understand calling out John Jones, you know, so it makes you look pretty cool, but I just, you know, let's just get a couple wins. Just a couple, before you go after the absolute best of the best in the world, just get a couple wins. A top 10 middleweight even a top 10 middleweight.
Yeah. No, for sure. And he's got a tough fight because he's fighting Dominic Reyes on that fight. And I think Reyes is undefeated. If I'm not
11-0.
He is 11-0. I mean, that's not an easy picking to make your first, your debut at light heavyweight. That's not an easy fight. But, you know, those fights that you mentioned there, Lewis, you know, there was like kind of a story in every one. The Jacare fight, he was probably winning that fight, and then he got dropped with the right hand. The Mousasi fight, what happened there? There was some kind of controversy with the knee to the head. The Yoel Romero fight, he was winning the Yoel fight, then he got flying kneed into oblivion. In fact,
he was doing okay in the Yoel fight. He wasn't getting murdered.
It doesn't matter. The point I'm making is completely wrong. Oh, he was doing well. I was winning that fight until I got knocked out. Well, the final result is that you got knocked out. I'm trying to do right by Chris Weidman. Chris is a good guy. He's a hell of a fighter. But you're right. Before he talks about John Jones, he's got to beat Dominic Reyes, which is a very, very, very tough fight.
And Reyes, it's not even like Reyes is like 11-0 against tomato cans. His last 3 fights were against Volkan Oezdemir, Ovince St. Preux, and our very own Jared Cannonier. Victories over all 3 of these guys in his last 3 outings. So, I mean, he's another guy who's just right at the, you know, dude. It's funny because you said Dominic Reyes, and I was like, it's not even a name that I'm super familiar with because he's like newer to being in the spotlight. But yeah, dude, he's 6'4", big dude. Yeah, I think Weidman's going to get killed by this guy. I really do.
I wouldn't say that. I don't think Weidman's going to get destroyed. I think it's definitely a tough fight. I remember when John Jones fought Thiago Santos back in the summer, right? And on the post-fight show with Chael Sonnen said the next fight to make has got to be John Jones versus Dominic Reyes. And we talked about this on the show before. I said to Chael right then and there, I said, "You're crazy, Chael. Listen, Dominic Reyes is a very good fighter, but nobody cares." And I wasn't saying that in a detrimental fashion to Dominic Reyes. What I mean is, well, you just explained it. I mean, you're not even familiar with Dominic Reyes. So for a pay-per-view fight, for a champion like John Jones, for a fighter that everybody knows needs to be challenged, a guy that hasn't really had those big fights to where the public are behind him and hyped by him, Dominic Reyes is not that guy. But he is a guy that will give anybody a tough fight. And Chris Weidman, fair play, definitely got a very, very tough fight on that one.